This is the emergency broadcast system. The CDC is advising that you stay in your homes.
We show up.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Carbon, and today we are here to talk about some gaming news, some rather exciting gaming news. And so we all know that next year we are supposed to be getting Call of Duty Black Ops 5, but that's not it. We're going to be playing that Call of Duty Black Ops 5 on a brand new PlayStation 5 console. Yep, the PlayStation 5 has officially been announced, and it is called the PlayStation 5, as to be expected. The company announced that the new console will be releasing in holiday 2020 in a new blog post, alongside providing new details on some features of the console in Wired magazine. The PlayStation blog shares the big highlights on what to expect from the PlayStation 5, and we're going to be talking about it here today, including 2 new innovation features coming to the new console's all-new controller. And in this blog post, they gave us a little bit of some features that are going to be on this brand new PlayStation 5 controller. First one is the new PS5 controller. It will use USB Type-C. It will also have haptic feedback. The controller will also have adaptive triggers and a new speaker system on the controller, which I don't really get. I've never been a fan of the speaker. No matter what game I have, even if I'm wearing a headset or not, I'm always turning the sound off on my controller. We're going to be getting better battery life, which is already going to be crazy because I think the PS4 battery life is pretty long. And it's also going to be heavier than the DualShock 4, but will be lighter than an Xbox One controller. So it'll be a nice mixture of in between a PS4 and an Xbox One controller. In the Wired magazine article, Sony also stated that the new changes for the PS5, players will be able to choose which parts of the game they want to install, and that's going to be a big feature. This means you can just install the campaign or just the multiplayer mode. If you download the entire game, you'll be able to remove the parts you don't want to play anymore. This will save a lot of space on your console. So rather than treating games like a big block of data, they're allowing finer grained access to the data. This could mean the ability to install just games multiplayer, leaving the single player campaign for another time, or just installing the whole thing and then deleting the single player campaign once you've finished it. And in addition, the PlayStation 5 will support a revamped user interface that will allow users to see what parts of the game has been updated versus having to constantly boot up the entire game to check what's new. So even though it will be fairly fast to boot games, they just don't want the players like us to have to boot up the game, see what's up, boot up the game again, see what's up. Multiplayer game servers will provide the console with the set of joinable activities in real time. Single player games will provide information like what missions you could do and what rewards you might receive for completing them. And all of those choices will be visible in the user interface. As a player, you can just jump right into whatever you like. So the more refers to something I'm quite excited about, and I'm sure the community is going to be as well. It'll be a preview of the new controller that will ship with the PlayStation 5. And we talked about a few of the feature points, but one of the goals that they have for the next generation is to deepen the feeling of immersion you have when you play games. And right now, they had that opportunity with the brand new controller to reimagine how the sense of touch can add to the immersion. So all in all, to that end, there are 2 key innovations with the PlayStation 5 controller. First was the adopting haptic feedback to replace the rumble technology found in controllers since the 5th generation of consoles. And with haptics, you truly feel a broader range of feedback. So crashing into a wall in a race car feels much different than making a tackle on a football field. You can even get a sense for a variety of textures when running through fields of grass or plodding through mud. This is going to absolutely change the gaming community. Change it. Haptic feedback is huge. And then the second innovation next to haptic feedback is something that they called adaptive triggers, which have been incorporated into the trigger buttons L2 and R2. developers can program the resistance of the triggers so that you feel the tactical sensation of drawing a bow or arrow or accelerating an off-road vehicle through rocky terrain. You know, in combination with the haptics, this can produce a very powerful experience that can better simulate various actions. And game creators have started to receive early versions of the new controller, and they can't wait to see what our imagination and everybody, you know, the creators' imagination is going to do with all of these features, all of the gaming creators. Like, what is this going to mean? It's going to be insane. Adding any new sense to a video game really does deepen our immersion, and I'm excited to play the PlayStation 5. Tell me you guys aren't. I mean, the PlayStation 4, it's been around a while. It has served us good. Even the PS4 Pro, which is what I'm currently using, I have been very happy with it. But I know the one thing that gets very annoying on my PlayStation is the simple fact that no matter what I do, it's like if I have to hold the PS button, if I have to go to any screen, it seems like I'm always looking at that little blue please wait ... And let's say you're joining into a game, you have that 30 minutes to 60 seconds of your PlayStation loading a game, and you try to get into your messages, your party. Because something is loading on your PlayStation, it really slows down the performance of everything else, so it's really hard to actually enjoy the user interface in a quick way. They've made it very difficult to want to open up messages or send messages between games because it takes way too long. The PlayStation is using up all of its power and all of its memory just to focus on the game that you were playing and nothing else. But if this is going to be so fast that we don't even have to worry about loading screens anymore, we can just load in whatever game we want. They want to have it to the point that as soon as we click on a game, the menu's going to pop up for exactly what you want to play. So I'm hoping that in Black Ops 5, as soon as I click the Black Ops 5 icon, it immediately loads the multiplayer screen. Immediately. I don't have to go through a long loading process or anything. And I want that to be across every game I play and every feature I use across the PlayStation 5. To me, that is going to be what makes the money, not the controller. If there's anything worth spending the money on, it's going to have to be the new technology and not just the new controller. But I am excited of the fact that they are pushing that new controller out. And as I get more information on the PlayStation 5, I will be sure to push it out to you guys. But if you guys are as excited as I am, start doing that research on the PlayStation 5 and see if it's something that's going to be for you. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video about the PlayStation 5. If you did, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button. Stay up to date on your gaming news. Leave a comment. Let me know what I did wrong. You guys always do. It's your boy Carbon. Peace.